Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. Yeah. Insane. Absolutely insane. Such a damn shame.
You're watching Young Tripp Reactions, the show where rapper Young Tripp reacts to the latest videos on crime, drama, news, and so much more. Get ready, because the show's about to start. Let's go.
Peace. Welcome back to Young Tripp Reactions. The first video we're gonna do is woman says that she was fired for Chick-fil-A after they found what she said about them on social media. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Let me know about the civil rights attorneys involved, similar to Ben Crump or Ben Crump himself. Let me know about the activists that are involved so I can join them in the fight for justice for you and your family. If it does involve a friend or a family member, see if they want to come onto the channel and speak about their situation. If they're not in a situation to speak, either due to dealing with the situation still, or there has been a tragic outcome where unfortunately they are no longer here to come on and speak, then you can come on and speak for them, or you can write a statement and I can get it out there, what you want out there, along with pulling the public information. Either one works. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram as well too. The links to my social media along with the original video is pinned at the top of the chat in the pinned comment and at the top of the link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family, and let's get into this.
Fired from Chick-fil-A. Let's talk about it. I got fired from Chick-fil-A. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but my video on 6 reasons why you shouldn't work at Chick-fil-A blew up. I'll put it right here. All right, so anyway.
So why are you making a video? First of all, let's just stop and slow this all the way down. Why would you make a video of 6 reasons why not to work somewhere while you're still working there? That's slow in itself. If I'm still working somewhere, why would I make a video about 6 reasons why not to work there, unless like they're mistreating me, discriminating against me, things where I can get a lawyer possibly involved to try to get money, because of serious mistreatment. It's really taken effect on your mental health. Things that would involve like, I just can't take this anymore and I don't like this treatment, and I've called corporate, I've done all these other different things, and so now I want to get other people involved, activists and other people because of me being mistreated or something like that. Other than that, why would you, which I'm sure that's not why this person made that video because of them being mistreated or anything. They made this video for content. And so unless it's because of you being mistreated or something like that, why would you make a video about 6 reasons why not to work somewhere? I wouldn't blame my employer for any company that I work for to get rid of me if I made a video of 6 reasons why their company is no good. That goes for my warehouse job, that goes for my culinary job, that just goes for anything. Why would the company want to keep me employed if I made a video of 6 reasons of why their company is basically a piece of shit? Why would I make a video like that and then think that they still gonna have me employed and it blows up and it goes viral? Again, this person had their one-hit wonder moment on TikTok. As I stated anyway, that it's better to do YouTube, it's better to do Facebook and Instagram along with YouTube than trying to use TikTok. There's only a handful of people who blow up on TikTok. Most people on TikTok are one-hit wonder shows, as I've already stated multiple times in multiple videos, especially on the videos that I've done of people going viral on TikTok because of them losing their jobs because they're trying to become TikTok famous. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, join the Young Tripp family. This is just crazy, yo. Let's continue.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but my video on 6 reasons why you shouldn't work at Chick-fil-A blew up. I'll put it right here. All right, so anyway, it was going good. It was, I was going to work. I was scheduled at 6 a.m. All right, so I go and I get down and I notice that my 2 managers are here, right? And I'm just like, I was like, that's kind of weird, right? Because they're scheduled at 8. So I'm like, what are you doing here, right? All right, so I go, I clock in, I put my bag down, I put my drink down, and as I'm gonna go to the front because I was scheduled on window, tell me why I hear the manager from the back, and then they're like, oh, like, can you come to the office real quick? And I was like, okay. So I go to the office and I'm sitting down there and they're like, so how do you feel about this job? And I was like, of course I had to lie about it. I was like, oh, like, I love this.
You had to lie about it. If you don't like the job, okay, you continue to work the job, look for another job, and then you start working there. Once you find another job and you leave that other job, and then you go to that other job and be working there, once you have found something new. I don't encourage people to go and talk about other companies unless they actually have mistreated you and you're trying to, fight for, either, them discriminate against you or, being racist towards you or something like that, for you to get a lawyer involved and, you could take it to the news or, put it out through social media, how they treated you, get activists and people involved and stuff like that. If that's the case, you just not liking the job, then you just need to leave, just go get a new job, you get a new job and start that new job. But if you want to be ignorant, like these younger generations now, then you can, if you choose to go make a video once you find another job and trash your old job. If that's what you want to do, I don't encourage that. But if that's what you want to do, then hey, do what you do. Thank goodness my siblings are not like this, because this is connected to people that are adults now and that were born in the 2000s who are now adults now, and I'm just glad neither one of my 3 siblings is like this, and that I don't even have relatives who were born in the 2000s. Hopefully that is not like this, because this is absolutely insane and crazy. If you want to be ignorant like this, you have to make sure you have a new source of income before you go and make a video like this. And obviously you don't, because you still showing up there and still working there. And then you talking about, oh, I got to lie about it. Have you been applying for other places, or are you just going there? This is crazy, yo. Let's continue.
Job, like, I can just go to the office, and I'm sitting down there, and they're like, so how do you feel about this job? And I was like, of course I had to lie about it. I was like, oh, like, I love this job, like, I think this job is for me, like, I feel like I'm really good at my job, blah, 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 right? And so they're like, right? And then they're like, well, we saw your video, and I'm like, you didn't have to gaslight me like that, though. And they're like, oh, we saw your video, and too many people saw it. And mind you, I had posted that on Sunday, and it literally only lasted till Sunday, Monday, and then I got fired on Tuesday. So many people saw it. People are not gonna want to work at Chick-fil-A because of your videos. So you're kind of like de-influencing like the company. And I'm like,
yeah, you didn't think about none of that. Yeah, you're making people not want to come and work for the company because you're hating on the company when they didn't even do nothing to you. You're just hating on the company. They didn't discriminate against you. They weren't being like racist towards you. They didn't do anything to you. You just wanted to go trash the company, probably just because you didn't want to work, which is very common in these younger generations now. Man, I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
well, I'm looking fired on Tuesday, so many people saw it. People are not gonna want to work at Chick-fil-A because of your videos. So you're kind of like de-influencing like the company. And I'm like, well, I'm low-key kind of like warning these people, right? Like, that's my problem. I'm like, you know what? I'm just stating the facts, okay? So yeah, so it only lasted like until Tuesday, and I got fired. It's time to look for a better job.
So this is the reason why I like Chick-fil-A, because in one instance, because we have social media, anybody can say anything about a previous organization that they work for, or a restaurant that they go to, or an experience that they have, because social media basically gives you access to everything, right? Everybody's opinion is valid on social media, and that's why people love it so much. It's because you get this dopamine hit from followers and views, even if it doesn't necessarily translate into money. It makes you popular, and a lot of people love being popular. I personally prefer the money over the fame, but the fame comes with the money, and that's just what comes with being a content creator in my case. But nevertheless, this is why I like Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A continues to demonstrate the values that I hold dear, and that you can't embarrass the company. You're not going to say nothing negative about what's going on. We're going to pay attention to your social media. And if you are not a reflection of the values that we exhibit and we're trying to grow as a company, then we have to let you go. And this is exactly what happened with this girl. She's clout chasing, and now she lost her job, and it's bad. And they're going to try to make it seem like it's not that big of a deal. Oh my God, I could just go and get another job for 14, 15, 16, whatever amount of money that they make per hour. We're just going to go and get another job, and that's just going to be the end of it. But that's not true, because if that was true, then they wouldn't have ever had the job in the first place. And there's a lot of people that's out here, and either everybody is capping, or everybody is just gaslighting, or something else, when people are sitting there telling you that they can't find a job, or they can't find employment or work. I personally see employment and work all up and down my city and the cities that I visit. I went over to DC also. I see job opportunities everywhere. I mean, they're begging for people to come to help. But the point that I'm making is that now, because she wants to make a mockery of herself and the company that gave her an opportunity for work, now, she basically endears herself and sears herself forever. And a lot of these people don't even realize that the things that you do when you're younger follows you, especially now that we have social media, for the rest of your life. And you may be able to get past and, gaslight somebody and say, oh man, I've been a great worker my whole life or whatever. And maybe that company don't check your social media. But now what I'm talking to and what I'm seeing is that companies are becoming more vigilant than ever before in making sure that they vet their employees. They vet their education, they vet their credentials, they vet their jobs, and they're vetting their social media. And they're not kidding around. They have the option to be able to hire more people and be able to find through ever before. And so it may not even seem like that big of a deal now, where she's making a mockery and she got a little bit of popularity and visibility because she got fired from Chick-fil-A because she were making videos about Chick-fil-A. What she don't understand is that people wasn't coming to the videos for her. They were coming to the videos because Chick-fil-A is a popular topic and conversation to talk about on certain platforms. Nevertheless, I guess the point that I'm making is that, you know, all of this telling on yourself, and I need to tell every single aspect of what I don't like about something on social media can't be healthy, can't be conducive for your life. And the reason that I say it's not conducive for your life is
I don't even think you really even have a life. If you have time to sit and talk about your employer when they've done nothing to you, I don't even know if you really even have a life. I don't even think you're a content creator if you're doing that. That's just you just being, yeah, that's just being cruel. Let's continue.
because nobody learns a lesson of what I don't like about something on social media can't be healthy, can't be conducive for your life. And the reason that I say it's not conducive for your life is because nobody learns a lesson, because they're getting rewarded with views, not necessarily money, but rewarded with views. And so that gives them this sense of validation that they did the right thing. But none of these people are going to send no money to you. None of them are going to, make sure that they hold you down. A lot of them overwhelmingly don't even follow you after they see the video. And now you embarrass yourself on social media as well as lost, whatever it was that you was applying for. And obviously you needed a job because you applied for it, you went through the interview process, you trained, and then you became an employee. And you wasted their time and you disrespected their organization that they've been building, all for a little bit of social media clout. It's so stupid. What I want to do is I want to go back and actually look at the video that they spotted online, because I did go through her profile and I seen a bunch of different videos of her in her Chick-fil-A uniform, so it was going to go bad anyway. But the one that she specifically mentioned in this video is the video that I want to check out and I want to review real quick.
No. 6 reasons why you should not work at Chick-fil-A.
What a dumb way to start off a video and to criticize your employer. How stupid.
1, no PTO. Okay, so I don't get PTO, at least in my store. I don't know about any other Chick-fil-A. I'm so curious about
Chick-fil-A is fast food. Chick-fil-A is not going to give you no PTO. Go get a better job if you want PTO. Go work like at a hotel. If you like to cook, go work at hotels. Like I've been doing that for years. Go work at a casino. I've done that for years. Go get you a degree in culinary so then you can get those types of jobs where you can get PTO. Or even just build up by working in the industry for years. Like I've worked in the industry for years and went and got my culinary degree and my hospitality degree. So there is ways, either grow in the industry or go get your degree. Let's continue.
that. So let me know.
How stupid.
1, no PTO. Okay, so I don't get PTO, at least in my store. I don't know about any other Chick-fil-A. I'm so curious about that, so let me know. Reason number 2, you cannot have no facial hair. Your hair cannot be dyed. For all my baddies out there, no nails.
No facial hair. I mean, last time I checked, that's almost in every restaurant that your facial hair needs to be shaved down. Like for a man, your facial hair has to be shaved down. So I'm confused on why she's bringing that up. You can't have dyed hair. Well, actually, you can't even have your hair down in a restaurant because you're either serving food or making food. So your hair has to be tied up. The situation with the dyed hair, is it that they don't want your hair dyed, or is it that they want your hair to be tied up, or that they don't want no dye color to end up in their food, and so they're saying, hey, can you just wear your natural hair? All of those things. So far, nothing wrong with what they're saying. They're not saying we don't want to hire somebody of your skin color. They're not saying we're not going to hire you because of a disability. They're not saying anything about your national origin or nothing like that. This is crazy, yo. Let's continue.
For all my
Number 2, you cannot have no facial hair. Your hair cannot be dyed. For all my baddies out there, no nails.
For all my baddies out there, you're working in a food industry.
Guys, if you're still
Advertisement,
balding
y'all.
in 2026, what are you doing? There's an easy solution. It doesn't.
No nails.
For all my baddies out there, you're working in a food industry.
No lashes. Reason number 3, Chick-fil-A is filled of favoritism. It has crazy favoritism. Like, this is like the only job that I ever like went through this. So I would have to say, you know, that's a big factor working at Chick-fil-A. Reason number 4.
This is why you lost your job?
Favoritism. That's something that you should go talk to your manager about. And then if your manager doesn't want to help you out with it, you go to their manager. And if their manager doesn't want to help with it, eventually you go all the way up until you make it to the corporate office. You do not get on social media and tell people, especially while you're still working there. That's the only thing so far that I could say, hey, if you stopped working there and got another job, if you wanted to go on there, go on social media and say, hey, they show favoritism after you already have another job and you're no longer working there, okay, cool. But the rest of this is all just a bunch of nonsense so far. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
Going on at Chick-fil-A. Reason number 4.
This is why you lost your job?
Going outside in 90-degree weather. It just feels like you're gonna pass out. You get me? We also have to go outside in rainy conditions, so you're gonna have to be wearing like this big pod. It looks like a minion. It looks very embarrassing. And
I mean, you chose to work there. Once you figured out everything that's going on there, you can just go apply somewhere else. If you don't like it, go find somewhere else, start applying from other places. And then again, when you leave, if you want to go say whatever, that's your business. But you're still working there and telling this and wearing their uniform and saying this. I've had employers actually treat me bad. And, you know, I've exposed one of the companies. The other company, nope, I didn't do anything. Obviously, I grew since then from the other incident. And the other incident, they were literally talking about me being African American, talking about one of my friends being Mexican, the place that I did put on blast. That was a whole nother different thing, though. And it was a place that hired people with vision loss. And so I don't regret that, none whatsoever. But there's a place that I was at for 3 years. And a lot of the people there treated me right until they brought in this one manager and he didn't. And was acting a certain way about my condition and all that. And I still didn't put them on blast. Again, because most of the people there treated me right. The company, I didn't have really no issues with the company. It was a couple of managers that they hired that just didn't treat me necessarily right. So it had that, again, it's a difference between an individual person and then there's the company. And a lot of times people try to put individual people in with the company, and you can't necessarily do that. An individual is an individual, or individuals, or in the company is the company. And people have to make sure you know how to separate that. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
Your feet are gonna be like you're gonna pass out. You get me? We also have to go outside in rainy conditions, so you're gonna have to be wearing like this big pod. It looks like a minion. It looks very embarrassing, and your feet are gonna be getting wet. Reason number 5, I had to pay for everything, so I had to pay for my uniform.
And good for them, because that means that they was able to save some costs that came along with you disparaging their name on the internet and trying to make them look bad.
Reason number 6, strict point system. So at my Chick-fil-A, there's gonna be 12 points. If you have no excuse for calling in, that is gonna be 3 points. So You already know that's gonna add up, all right? So 7 points, you're gonna get a warning, and then 8, it's like suspension for like a whole week, and then 12, you're fired.
I'm sorry.
Because they have a point system. The casino that I worked at had a point system. Most companies have, like, if they don't have a point system, if you have 3 no-call, no-shows, you're usually automatically fired unless they really, really like you. And then maybe, or you actually give a real valid excuse on like what happened. Maybe you didn't see your shifts in the app, or, things like that, or you didn't, because you're not there every day, you're not usually scheduled every day and stuff, then, usually they'll just look past it and stuff and just let you know, hey, keep up with your schedule. We'll make sure we set up something where you're coming in often, or, things like that, because they really rock with you. Otherwise, if they don't really rock with you, then, and you've probably been doing other stuff, then more likely you'll be gone even after missing however many days and stuff. But most companies either have it where you have 3 no-call, no-shows, or you're just always calling out, or, stuff like that. Then they will, let you go. Otherwise, they'll work with you if everything really makes sense with why you weren't there, and if they obviously like you. Let's continue.
I really love Chick-fil-A.
Points, you're gonna get a warning, and then 8, it's like suspension for like a whole week, and then 12, you're fired.
I'm starting to really love Chick-fil-A. I'm not sure if this is 12 reasons or however many reasons why you shouldn't work for Chick-fil-A. These are reasons why we should, as consumers, actually support Chick-fil-A for being a model organization for strict, of how you maintain good customer service, and the reason why people like going there in the first place is because they don't tolerate no BS.
That's why you need to take this into consideration working at Chick-fil-A, guys.
So basically, you can't be late. You have to do your job, even if it's raining or it's in the sunshine. Number 2, she had to pay for her own uniform. She don't like...
Usually the uniforms are even taken out of your check. It's not like you had to give them money. Usually that comes out of your check, and a lot of employers have that if they have uniforms. It comes out of your check. If they do have you pay. Some companies don't have you pay, but for the companies that do, and I think in most cases now companies are moving to you being able to pay for it, it's usually taken out of your check. They're not saying, write us a check for $35 or bring us $35 to work. It is coming out of your pay. Usually everything that a company does, it comes out of your pay. Any donations or any organizations that you donate to. So like my hotel job has organizations where you can donate to. So like Give Kids the World, other different things that my employer has that they are connected to. And I have some of the stuff that I'm signed up for that they participate in. It comes out of the check. And in most cases, the uniforms and all that, it comes out of the check. You're not writing them a check. You're not bringing in money. Sometimes they will give you an opportunity where you can bring money in and just pay for everything. But in most cases, it comes out of your check. They give you an option of, do you want to bring money, or do you want it to come out of your check? Or do you want to write a check or anything like that? Is usually how these types of things work when you're doing something with the company, for the company, or supporting some type of cause, or paying for something that you need to pay for regarding you and regarding the job. What is this lady talking about? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. Let's continue.
People picking and choosing in the sunshine. Number 2, she had to pay for her own uniform. She don't like people picking and choosing and having favor for employees that are actually doing their job. What are we talking about here?
Well, we don't know what the favoritism is connected to. We don't know that ahead of time. Don't be jumping to conclusions. We don't know what the favoritism is connected to. Maybe there is some serious issues with favoritism. Who knows? But more likely, probably not, because the way she's going about it, it probably is what you think it is, Anton. But who knows, because we're not there to see. Let's continue.
What are we talking? If they don't like people picking and choosing and having favor for employees that are actually doing their job, what are we talking about here? What are we talking? If this is the best that you can come up with to disparage an organization that is paying you to show up and do whatever it is that they're asking you to do, then like I said, I think that Chick-fil-A is actually a pretty decent organization. They've already had a reputation for being able to stand up and not even, be open on Sunday to give people or allow for people to be able to go to church or to be with their families or all of this stuff. But every single young person, every once in a while that y'all send me in my email that gets fired, every reason that they get fired has always been valid and justified. Let me know what you guys think inside of the comments. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. And then also, make sure you guys come and tap into the Millionaire Morning Show Monday through Friday during the 9 o'clock hour. That channel was in the description also. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me know if you think this is justification for firing her.
Tired of juggling multiple apps?
I think this is justified. Her just on there just rambling about why not to work there. They don't have PTO. Like, it's a fast food place. Go work somewhere better if you want PTO. I really think the only thing that I can say that we don't really know too much about that could be justified or could not be that she actually said is the whole thing about the favoritism, because you don't really know exactly what the heck that's about. It could be legitimate or it could not be. And again, like I said, she should go to her local, go up the chain as far as she need to get that solved. That other than that, everything else was just a bunch of nonsense. And so when you add it all up, she really did deserve to get fired. Let me know what y'all think. I'll have the original video pinned at the top of the chat and in a link in the description. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. My professional FB and my professional Instagram will be at the top of the chat in the pinned comment and at the top of the link in the description, along with the original video at the top of the pinned comment and at the top of the link in the description. Also, make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram, because I post over there as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification and join the Young Tripp family. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights, involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Let me know about the civil rights attorneys involved, similar to Ben Crump or Ben Crump himself. Let me know about the activists that are involved so I can join them in the fight for justice for you and your loved one. If it does involve a friend or a loved one, see if they want to come onto the channel and see if they want to be interviewed about their encounter with the police or whoever it was involving. If they don't want to come on, then you can come on and speak for them as a relative or friend, or you guys can write a statement and I can get it out there along with pulling the public information. Either way works. And yeah, I will, she deserved exactly what happened after blasting them online for no reason. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Tripp family. And make sure you come follow me over on my professional FB and my professional Instagram. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.